So it was a SPAC from 2021. So was it a $10 SPAC? Hold on, let's go back a few years. Okay, it was. All right, that makes sense. So it was a SPAC. It went from 10, because they were all 10, those SPACs. It went from 10 to 19. That's when the whole bubble was. Bubble burst, and now it's 429. Well, what do they do? I mean, all these guys, like with the new FAA regulations, all these like drones are doing good. You cannot make this up. Blade Hamptons, fly to the Hamptons. Oh my God, this is hilarious. So it's a private charter service. Go to Atlantic City. Oh my God. What? So I mean, you can wake up, the stock could be $6. You just, we are in bubble mania. Anywho, I'm gonna go over my top three growth stocks that from my interview just to share with y'all, and then we'll talk about markets. So let's first look at my number one top growth stock, Nebius, NBIS. Obviously, the stock has gone up a lot, but I did talk about it there. It's an AI infrastructure play. It used to be the Yandex, which is like the Russian Google. So it's kind of cool. It's the Yandex was a Russian stock, YNDX I used to buy. I see options all the time, many, many years ago. And then a lot of the Russian stocks, RSX got delisted, a few years ago. But this is the AI play, NBIS. The second one was PopMart. They make the Labubu dolls, the little like Baird kind of dolls. This is the ADR. There's no options on it, just a heads up. Speaking of NBIS, we have seen a lot of bullish flow, and we've done it in the options a lot too. And then the third one was Grab. This is like Uber of Asia, food delivery, fintech. I mean, it was cheap. Uh, you know, some cheap plays. These calls obviously expired, but just like three stocks, really, my top names are TKO. It's up 8% today. Obviously, World Wrestling Entertainment, my favorite. Um, I'm up a lot of money in this one. I'm a big wrestling fan, as y'all can see. And then we did Hood, which tripled off the lows in my previous video. And then we did BBAI, which doubled from my previous video. And I forgot the last one. Oh, Archer and Joby. Archer ran up a lot. Joby ran up a lot. And then Galaxy is the crypto name, which is up like 40%. So did very good stock picking. I mean, who would have thought I'm a buy and hold stock picker now, right? But let's go over some of the trades we did. So Tesla probably should have held the calls a little bit more, but had a real big Friday on them. And the auto name. So GM, those calls are up over about 50% from the news flow scanner. Speaking of Tesla, some more calls just hit. So I took profits in everything today. Oh, there goes GMed. The GM, those August 29, 56 calls, I bought them at 50. Sold them, I think, at 71. GMed's still going up. Ford, I bought those calls at 7, sold them at 12. I think I got 13 for some. So basically a double. And then the in the money calls in Ford, I did even better. But you see why you got to take profits though? You see why you always take profits? The stock was up 3%, now it's red. So always, always, always take profits. Look at that. See? And then we also closed out some Intel today. That was good. Again, taking profits. Stocks like look at it off the highs. right? Dollar off the highs. Coinbase was really good as well, as Christian said. Reddit, probably should have held on to because now it's up $8. It's okay though. SBET basically it's hunched. So it was real good past few days of trading, a few weeks really. But I will say I am not looking to initiate any new longs. If you look at my book today, you can see I really have nothing at all. I mean, literally one contracts. My total risk is like nothing. I have no risk on this account. And I don't want any risk. AUPH is actually up over 100%. Just the bad mark from those calls. There's no market, as you can see, a few days ago. But yeah, I really have no risk on right now because if we look at the S&P, we are kind of doing nothing, flirting near all-time highs. NASDAQ, I don't want to buy up here on a 52-week high. And the Dow is just doing nothing. So I don't want to buy anything. You just say, Lance, are you buying puts? No. VIX is up almost 5%. Can't really buy the VIX because the calls don't move. So all I'm doing is two things. See the VIX, it's up 5%. Calls are down. Two things. Earnings. So I'll trade some earnings. I know we have what, Cava this week? I'll be looking at Cava. When is Cava?
I think Tuesday,
Tuesday? Aftermarket?
before market. So,
No, aftermarket. After. So we'll
oh, is
look
it?
at Cava tomorrow. I did that one lot from the other day just to track it, make sure we relook at it. And selling vol. So selling premium, trying to do income, aka the 4 p.m. payout plan. Just trying to, with the market going neutral, not moving, selling premium did very, very well last week, or selling credit spreads. That's really it. I mean, the dope stocks are squeezing. Canopy dope, Tilray. So, fun to day trade. Open door moving today too. But I wouldn't get married to any of this stuff. I'll be honest. I don't like shoot out there. So I'll trade earnings just like we have been. Looking for, Sweet Green was a 500% overnight return. Um, and really just sell credit spreads and SPX, XXB. That's really it. That's the game plan. Everything else, I mean, I got like $100, $200 of risk. That's it. I ain't got nothing. No risk on right now. So if the market rallies, who cares? Market goes down, you'll feel like a genius. I just don't like anything. I mean, I really don't. Avgo was the last big bet we saw. We made 50% in it. That's $6 million call. And really after that, we took profits, what, 310? Now it's 306. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's all you can do. Sell premium, so do income strategies because the markets are neutral and trade earnings. I think that's it. That's all you do. Aim for the fences on earnings, good ROI, and then the what do you do on the 4 p.m. payout plan? Can you give us a trade example? Yes. Can you look at Okla for earnings? No. Why? Because I have no opinion. The market goes up, Oklo goes up, market moves down, Oklo goes down. I mean, listen, guys, I don't try to bullshit y'all. I don't try to say, look at the moving average, look at the sector, look at this sector. I mean, all that is just smoke and mirrors. The only thing you need is option flow when the market's trending and then sell vol or sell premium when the market's not trending. It's that simple. Everything else, if I saw a lot of energy calls hit, I would like energy or maybe healthcare to hit because no one else is looking at it. But everyone's going to tell you, oh, buy NVIDIA, buy AMD. tech is strong. Semiconductors are trending. I mean, yeah, but I already took profits on them, so I'm not going to tell y'all to buy them when I'm not, or I think they're overextended. I think all that is overextended. So I would wait for like a 5% pullback in the markets before doing anything crazy. I'm just putting no risk out there. Yeah, I mean, earnings, SoFi, just cheap stuff. Cheap stuff if you trade. Cheap. Like Ford, those calls were 7 cents. So I had 100 lot. So I had 100 lot was 700 bucks of risk. And they basically doubled. That's a good ROI, right? You get a 3% move in the stock, the calls go up 75%. That's what you want. Everything else, just look at the scanner for earnings. Uh, Look up, or if you see big puts hit. I would like to see big puts hit, but put buying is hard. Or healthcare, that's pretty defensive. You see a lot of healthcare flow. All right, so let's get into it. Had a good day, up about 1,600 bucks in my Robinhood account. I think it's like 1,800 now. Coinbase calls were very good. Shout out to Christian, who's doubled his account in one, two, three trading days. Jesus, good heavens. Ford was good as well. GM, Tesla, all the autos had a nice move. So let's look at some notable scanner names. We had some nice core wave calls, as Steve posted in the chat. Those September 145s for 2.4 million. It's pretty big. What were they though? 145s? Yeah, 145s. That's a solid bet. But isn't the stock bid up today? Yeah, it is. I can't buy calls when the stock's all
yeah,
bid
they're
up.
pretty expensive.
Yeah, I can't buy. Again, wait for a pullback and then make a shopping list. And then some Marvell chip. I wouldn't chase nothing, to be honest. I know I'm feeling like a Debbie Downer, but I wouldn't be chasing the hype. Trade of the day overnight, 106% in Coinbase. Yay, yay, yay. Crypto is doing good, but Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin actually. So that's good to see. And then we do have a lot of earnings this week, which we're going to look at. Oh, there's Oklo. Okay. I see why you mentioned Oklo now. Uh, I mean, what's the implied move in Oklo? It's probably 10 plus percent. How much is it? I'm going to say 10 plus percent. 10.42%. I mean, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole personally, but you can do whatever you want. It's just too rich for my blood. Too rich for me. What else do we have? We have Archer Aviation. Maybe that's why they bought Blade Mobility, because Archer has earnings. Let's see what else we got. Kava. We've been shorting the food stocks. CoreWave has earnings Tuesday after the close. That's why. Oh man. So that was a big bet ahead of CoreWave earnings. What's CoreWave implied move? I don't like the expensive stuff personally. I like the cheap stuff. 16%? I mean, I can't do it, but if you want your money, you do whatever you want with it. I just can't. It's too rich. That's too rich for my blood. I want like a 10 cent, like a $1 earnings play. All right, what else do we have in the thing? Cisco, anything unique besides Kava? Oh, Rigetti. Rigetti had some puts today. It's a quantum computing stock. Some people have called it hocus pocus. Birkenstocks, I kind of like that one. BIRK. NU, we have been seeing a lot of bullish call buying in NU lately. I did take profits at what, like 30%? I already took profits. A lot of the stuff I already traded. What else? Anything else y'all see that sticks out?
BBAI.
Oh, where's BBAI?
after the close. This chart is so hard to see the names.
Yeah, it is. I can
It's
barely read
today
it.
after the close.
Really?
And
We
then
have seen some big bear or wait. Oh, BBAI. I thought you
yeah,
meant BBW. Wait, isn't that big beautiful woman? Wait. Oh crap. YouTube's gonna cancel me. BBWI had those September calls and August 29th. Hold on. We're getting BBWs, BBAIs. Next thing you know is BBLs. All right, BBAI. Good Lord. Oh, this one, Big Bear. Someone mentioned in the chat, forgot who it was, SoundHound last week. The stock's up like 45% since you mentioned it. So that was a good one. Big Bear. I mean, this is another kind of flyer. It's a penny stock. I bought the stock and made 300%. Um, have we seen any flow in Big Bear? BBAI.
there were some bearish ones that came on the penny scanner.
December 7 puts hit last week. This trader bought calls on July 15th. July 15th was what here? Timed it good. What's the implied move? If it's under a 10%, I'd probably trade it. If not, might not be worth it. BBAI. 20%? Ha! You gotta be smoking dope. No. What about BBWI? Bed Bath and Beyond. When do they report? Oh, they don't report for a while. They already came out. All right, well, too rich, too rich. Again, if when I say like it's too rich or too expensive, I just mean the options are overpriced, relatively speaking. Upstart, they're buying more puts. It was a good put buyer earlier. Oh my God, it's down 7% now. I like those this morning. Upstart's doing well. Those puts from this morning from the option pit. One of the first orders of the day. H cell pattern here. If you don't know what a H cell pattern is, it is a lowercase h. And then when you take out the prior low, you flush. So H cell pattern. You're like, Lance, what is the H cell pattern? It's a bearish pattern to where the stock looks like a lowercase h. You have the dip, you have the trap, and then when the stock takes out the prior low, it flushes. Because here's why you have to realize this. When a stock goes down, you have some people who like buy the dips or buy the gap downs. So you have the dip buyers. So what they do is they buy dips or dead cat bounces. Then if they buy here, they put their stop loss under the previous low. Why? Because this is what all the textbooks say to do. All the educators who never really trade, who just read books and never have, had skin in the game, the the fluff and duff, the BS people who don't really trade. So when they have their stop losses here, when all those stop losses get hit, what happens? The stock flushes down because you just have a wave of selling, and then volume usually goes up because all the stops get hit. That's why you have a 7% down move today. So we call those an H cell pattern. And where's the next support? Usually probably 60, big round number. So that's what the upstart trader, we mentioned these in the option pit this morning, was doing. And it's paid off very, very well. So if you didn't learn anything today, now you know H cell pattern. Fluff and duff. Again, there's no real like some people will try to teach you like, oh, the moving average and look at the sector and let's look what the Fed's doing. Again, Again, none of that matters. Why? Because everyone else is doing that. If you do what everyone else is doing, you're going to get the same results, which 99% of people, 97% lose money in the markets. So don't, you got to think there's computers, there's PhD people who are way smarter and have already looked at this and dissected this 1,000 times. So if you're looking at everything that everyone else is looking at, you have no edge. Instead, try to figure out where everyone has their stops. And you know if they get triggered, well, it's going to flush. So do the opposite of the masses. All right, what else? Be local. AMAC could flush. Um, I don't know. Uh,
I noticed you were holding some onion
Onion. Yeah, we'll look at Onion. When are they report?
tomorrow morning.
Oh, really? Well, didn't we see
Mm-hmm.
calls and puts? I thought we saw puts the other day. Yeah, we saw straddles. I wouldn't trade it. I would not trade it. Wait, today they bought the 45 puts? Uh, damn, that's a big bet. 800K. Hold on.
Oh,
I saw these. What was it, Friday? And I was like, oh, they're doing a freaking straddle. Wow, are these clean? The 800 put buyer? Hold on. I didn't see these. I must have missed them. The Onion. ONON. Earnings before tomorrow. You're right. Oh, Lord. The Onion. They bought. Oh, damn. They bought 13,000 weekly puts. Oh, they bought 10,000 of the August 44 and a half puts at $2. That's $1 million trade. And then they bought the 45 puts. Oh no. They bought 1 million in puts. Are they buying 1 million in puts to cover a they might be. Let me see. Oh, the onion. The onion, the onion, the onion. Do people still wear those shoes on cloud? All right. Yeah, I had a one lot. Oh, let me see. All right. 10,000 of the 44 and a half puts. Man, I cannot tell. Would I be hedging if I was the onion? So they bought 2 million, pardon me, in the 44 and a half puts. They paid $2. Thought they paid $1. They bought the 45 puts too. Man, I feel like I have to take these. My fear is that they have 20 million in stock, probably more, 30 million in stock, and they're spending 2 or 3 million buying puts to protect it. Oof, this is a hard one. $5 implied move because the stock is a gapper. Oh man. I feel like you have to take these. They either go to zero or you double your money. Maybe. I feel I have to take these. I think you have to. The stock's either going to go to 52 tomorrow or 40. I think I have to take these. I don't think I could pass them up. It's like having Jack 10 in poker. You know your opponent has pocket aces, but if you get a Jack 10 or a flush or a straight on the flop, you win a huge pot. Yeah, I have to take these. I don't think I could say no. More upstart puts. Yeah, I have to take these. I'm just going to buy the 45 puts at. Ugh, I hate how they're all out the money puts and there's in the money calls. Um, we'll kiss. We'll do a two lot. We'll kiss $205 down the drain. If I could get filled. If you want high probability, do not use this trade. So I'm risking $410 on the onion. I have to take it. I don't think you can. I can't pass it up. I can't. You could do whatever you want. I mean, it's probably got like a 30% chance working, but if it works out huge. I personally think those puts probably are a hedge, but more Twilio puts, by the way. But anyhow, let's get back to business. I can't say no to big puts. I feel like all the big earnings except Rocket have been put buying. All right. It's on the news flow scanner. Christian will post a link to the news flow scanner if you need it. All right, let's go. My 2 cents. Do you really have to? Oh yeah, I have to. Come on. That's like going to Cheesecake Factory, not getting cheesecake. You know, am I really going to pass up on that? Big Bear, the implied vol is too high. Yeah, I'll post it in the chat for you, Faith. Yeah. I mean, it's literally like going to Cheesecake Factory. The waiter brings you a cheesecake right in front of you on your plate, and you don't even take a bite. That's how the onion is for me. Could be a rotten onion. That's why I did a two lot. If I was like 100% dairy-free cheesecake, no calorie, I'd buy a 100 lot, but I don't want to risk 20 grand. I risk 400 grand. Anyhow, with the market teetering around all-time highs, how do we trade this? Here's the best way to do it. We want to sell premium, high probability, 90% win rate, and you don't have to get direction right, which is the beauty. You don't have to do anything crazy. I always do weeklies, so weeklies. All right. Well, are we at an 88.5% win rate or 90? Let's talk about high probability trades. 88, yeah, 88